If I were to have a boy, we better pray to God that he's gay. We better start indoctrinating him day one. We have to either make him trans or make him gay. We are not having a cisgender straight son.
What's up, gamers? This sweet little innocent soul's name is xJhannaa. She is a 25-year-old streamer on Twitch who was recently suspended because, well, probably because of what she was saying in that video, to be honest with you. Now, I want to make it very clear right off the bat here that I am not in favor of censorship. I never have been. I feel like if someone has a really shitty opinion, we should be able to hear that really shitty opinion from them, and we should be able to respond to that really shitty opinion without having it taken down and pushed to the darkest corners of the internet. Now, xJhannaa here went viral over the weekend because of a 2-minute clip that she posted to her Twitter timeline going over why she believes men are the problem with gaming online. This definitely is not going to be just a video of her airing out her hatred of men. Absolutely not. No, this is going to be a very insightful and thought-provoking video. Let's dive right on into it, shall we?
She wouldn't last 10 minutes in a COD lobby is not, nor has it ever been, a valid excuse for men to act like pieces of human garbage in gaming. I shouldn't have to play a game where all I say is hi and the whole game is thrown and I'm in hell for the next 40 minutes because men are being emotional about it. That is not normal, and that's not how the old COD days were, because I promise you, as a man, you have never had somebody throw on the basis of your gender. That doesn't happen. You can say it happens. You're lying. I'm sorry.
So for a second there, it actually sounded like she was going to elaborate on her point that this isn't how the old COD days were. But I think she might have realized how stupid it sounded and then just diverted into a different point. I mean, sure, she might be right in the sense that in the old COD days, they weren't throwing a game because of a chick being in a lobby. Instead, they were throwing out slurs and threats of fucking each other's moms. Everyone knows that the old COD days were far more toxic. And I'm not saying that that is an excuse for the way people behave today. It's not. People say some really shitty things. However, what I am saying, that her saying that that's not how the old COD days were, is just bullshit. And just off my gut instinct, I would be able to tell you with almost 100% certainty that back in the old COD days, there just weren't that many women competing in online gaming. And if there were, there would have been the exact same things happening back then as there are today. But probably much worse.
I don't know why that's such a common thing in the comments of my videos. You guys want to be oppressed so bad that you'll look at a man telling me he's gonna tell me to get back in the kitchen and say it's not a woman thing and say that that happens to you too. It doesn't.
Now right there, I'd be able to say that she is correct in the sense that it is a woman thing. These are gender-specific insults directed at women. However, to act like these kind of insults don't happen to men is ridiculous. They do happen to men. Men are often called bitches, pussies, you know, and a whole wide range of words that I'm not even allowed to say on YouTube. In my opinion, whether you like it or not, it is banter. And I promise you, and anyone watching, that you would actually have a much better time in online gaming if you just stop taking things so personally. Now, in this next part, she's going to say something incredibly sexist. And I mean genuinely sexist, not just saying, hey, bitch, get back in the kitchen. It's like an actual legitimate sexist take, and I don't even think she understands why it's so sexist.
There's a reason that historically, male-dominated spaces are known for being toxic and unsafe. That goes for gaming, that goes for sports. Any male-dominated space is a bad one. That's not me being sexist. That is me saying there is an inherent issue with the way that you guys have your locker room talk that makes everybody else feel unsafe. I don't know how you could possibly find it fun to make other people feel unsafe. No woman is asking men to make gaming a safe space with sunshine and rainbows and everything, but could you please be normal?
Yes, xJhannaa, that is you being sexist, because when you say that something is inherent, you are saying it's an unchangeable characteristic that people are born with. So essentially what you are saying is all these men are capable or willing to say these kind of things to you in game chat, which is just not true. Also, I want to point out that what she means here by unsafe is just ridiculous. It's not being actually unsafe, it's I don't want my feelings hurt, which is really as simple as just turning off the game. Now let's just say, for the sake of argument, that she's correct, that all men are this way and it can never be changed. Then what's your solution, xJhannaa? Do you want to never play video games again? Or do you want to have like gender-specific servers? I mean, you gotta give some sort of solutions here, right? You can't just sit here and whine online about bullshit without presenting any sort of possible solution. Though she probably doesn't actually believe that men are inherently this way, it could have just been her misspeaking, or it could have just been her wanting to virtue signal and cry for attention. That is generally the issue I see with a lot of people online today. They'd rather whine and draw a bunch of attention to themselves about an issue without presenting any solutions.
Because I want to be able to enjoy playing the game without my life being threatened, without my body being threatened, because I'm existing as a woman. And men are the ones making it unsafe. And I do not care if you feel targeted by me saying men, or if you feel attacked by me saying men. You are part of the problem. If you feel attacked by that, you're part of the problem. If you say just mute them, you're part of the problem. If you sit there and let them say that to me and you don't intervene, you are part of the problem. Because I have a lot of male friends, normal male friends, who don't say slurs and don't threaten people and just play like normal.
You gotta understand that threats online are not actual threats. I mean, really, they're not. Yes, there are scummy people online that will say shit, the most heinous shit. And you, being a public figure trying to become a professional streamer, should know that more than anyone. People are gonna say heinous shit on the internet. You just gotta deal with it. If some guy on the other side of the world tells me in a game lobby, I'm gonna hang you by your toes and shove crayons up your ass if you don't get better at this game, I'm not gonna actually feel like I'm in danger, because the chances of him actually doing that are slim to none. So yes, you are trying to make gaming a safe space. You might have been told by plenty of men online to get back in the kitchen, but I'm gonna tell you the exact opposite actually. If you can't handle the heat, get the fuck out of it. Also, what other purpose does a mute button serve than to exist for this specific reason? Someone on the other side of the mic is being an obnoxious asshole and you don't want to hear from them anymore. So, what do? You fucking mute them. The mute button wasn't just created for annoying preteens that blast their music into their mic. It was also created for cringy edgelords that say heinous shit to you.
I understand it's not all men. But if you are not one of the men doing this, it is entirely on you to help stop the men who are. If you don't understand that, and you don't understand power imbalances and gender hierarchy, it's not my place to teach you. I'm not your mother. I'm not your teacher. Close the game for 5 minutes and educate yourself, but stop making this a bad experience for everybody else who's just trying to play the game.
And there it is right there. She doesn't believe that it's all men, so it's not an inherent quality, I guess. So this whole thing is just a virtue signal for her to say, guys, I don't like the slurs, I don't like the threats, I don't like the insults. Okay, mute them. There are plenty of guys that don't like hearing that shit either. And you know what we do? We just fucking mute those people. And I love that educate yourself, I'm not your mother line. That is just hilarious to me, because let's say I wanted to educate myself on the gender dynamics between men and women. And then I look into all these people and come across, I don't know, Andrew fucking Tate. Are you gonna be like, good job educating yourself if I start to believe these things? Or are you gonna be like, no, not like that? If she actually wanted to make a change in online gaming, this is just not how you would do it. You wouldn't shame half the gaming population. You would try to level with them and come up with solutions. But her walking back that claim in the very end of this video really shows to me that this whole thing was about just creating a big spectacle so she can have yes men in her comment section saying, wow, you're so brave, queen. She doesn't want to actually create any legitimate change. She just wants to cry on the internet for attention. And unfortunately, I'm playing into it, but at the same time, I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary on this situation. If you did, drop a like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.